So before we start all our simulations, I thought we would come up with our team of the save. I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Let's jump in and talk about some of our best players. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Going Pro with me, D-Boy Plays. One of the last episodes we're going to do actually. I wanted to build our dream team, the best team that we've had with Vercelli. As you can see, I'm no longer employed by them. I have resigned. But we're going to go through position by position and we're going to build the best team that we had. And obviously we've played this 5-2-2-1 formation, but I think purely for the sake of building the best team that we've had, I think I'm going to change things up a little bit. We're going to use a 4-2-3-1, and I think that's how I'm going to fit in all the players that I want to. Let's start with goalkeeper. Now, I don't think it will come as any surprise to you that we're going to start things off with Matteo Rizzo. Now, obviously, he was with us from the beginning of the save and was a fantastic player for us for 5 years. Obviously, he'd spent the last year playing for Inter Milan. He's made 4 appearances for them, has conceded a few goals for them, but, you know, best of luck to him. Hope he has a fantastic career. But yeah, talking about what he achieved for us, it absolutely phenomenal. He played for us at all levels, was amazing in Serie C, had 2 fantastic years, 3 arguably. I mean, you look at a 6.97, that's not the worst rating for a goalkeeper. 3 really solid seasons for us in Serie A as well. And yeah, if we go back to this screen, I can see he made 206 appearances for the club. So yeah, Matteo Rizzo, player number 1, goalkeeper of our dreams. Now, right back, one of the first new additions to the club, but we're going to go for Julian Ryerson. He's been with us for 2 years, and has been fantastic. We've only had him in the Serie A, but I think he's been a fantastic performer, really, really consistent for us. If we have a look at his career stats for us, first season he was with us, blind in performance. This season, not as good, but still pretty consistent. Was really, really good for us in Europe. And yeah, it's like just a solid right back, really, or, you know, for all intensive purposes. There were some players that maybe missed out on this. People like Dina Rabimbe was really solid. But yeah, Ryerson just sort of was just one of my favourite players that we've had. So yeah, Julian Ryerson, he's in at right back. And at left back, you know, again, another recent player for us, but really, really solid. We're going for Rico Henry. Got him in, much like Ryerson, managed to get him in on a free. Been with us for the last 2 seasons. We haven't really done that great at left back, which is why we're picking him. But he's been solid. Really, really good performer for us in the league. Obviously, those average ratings aren't the best, but again, in the European and Cup competitions, he's been fantastic, and you know, part of our Conference League winning team. So yeah, got to give a lot of respect to him. Thank you for your service, Rico. Rico Henry in at left back. Now, the first of the 2 centre-backs I'm picking hasn't been with us for a while, but was one of the original centre-backs for us. Alberto Massi, he was club captain for a while as well. Made over 150 appearances for the club. Again, we'll have a quick look at his history. We did send him out on loan, but when we had him, he was incredible for the first 2 years that we had him. Brilliant in Serie C, brilliant in Serie B. One of those players that was super consistent for us, helped us get up into Serie A. We didn't use him that much in Serie A, but he wasn't the worst performing player that we had. 6.71, not the best rating, but fine. Did a really good job for us. Obviously, then we sent him out on loan to Regina, and then we eventually got rid of him. But he was brilliant for us. He really, really was top performer for us, and you know, a brilliant captain to have. So once again, cheers, Alberto. And our final centre-back that we're going to be picking is Billy Cometio. French chap, joined us pretty much as we started playing in the Serie A. I think it was our 2nd season he was with us in the Serie A. And again, really, really consistent performer. His performances in the Cup and in Europe have been brilliant. Big fan of him. Think he's going to go on to big and wonderful things with the club. Hopefully they don't get rid of him after we've gone. But yeah, Billy Cometio, our second centre-back choice. Now, the first of our 2 CDM positions, I don't think either of these are going to come as a surprise to you, but first one we're going to go for is Amadou Diambo. Wonderful player for us. Was there for the entire save, pretty much. We got rid of him this season, made a bit of money off him, but he played with us again, much like Rizzo was with us in Serie C, Serie B, and the first 3 seasons we had in Serie A. Wonderful player, great performer, really good ratings. Again, like overall very, very consistent for us. It was amazing in Serie C, amazing in Serie B, pretty consistent in Serie A, like I say. And yeah, top performer, made over, what is it? He made 163 appearances for the club. So yeah, once again, thank you. And I believe, if I'm right in thinking, he is in fact a club icon, I think. He's a favourite people, one of the favourite people. So yeah, favourite personnel. We've all also made it into icons. Fun thing to note there. But yeah, Amadou Diambo, first choice for CDM. And the other player probably isn't a surprise to anyone either, but we've got Martin Palumbo. Again, he's made 176 appearances for the club. Wow. And just a brilliant performer. Again, I think, yeah, we've had him since Serie B. Okay, so came in on loan from Juventus. We signed him on a permanent, and pretty much since then he has been in the first team. There's only a few games, especially in the league, that he's missed. As you can see, pretty consistent performances, really, really solid ratings, and yeah, been a brilliant servant to the club. And of course, like we say, scored some cool goals. Scored a cool goal. I think he scored a couple in the cup for us, which were brilliant. Yeah, solid performer. Thank you very much, Martin Palumbo. On to our attacking line, and there's going to be some kind of strange choices maybe in terms of positioning, but it's just so I could fit in all these players. First one that's coming in, Daniel Maldini is going to be playing on right wing for us. He's going to be playing in that right attacking midfield position. I mean, what can you say about him? He single-handedly won us the Conference League in the final, and this last season, definitely our best player in the league across everything. We haven't had him, he's only made 61 appearances for the club, but for the 2 years that we've had him, I mean, look at those ratings, 7.24 and a 7.36. Not getting, obviously, a ton of goals, but the fact that he's there, he's putting in those performances. We're looking, 15 goals so far for the club, 11 assists, 12 player of the matches. And yet, again, like his performances in Europe, just been fantastic. Really, really solid player. Very surprised to see AC Milan go. Maybe because he's not up to the standard that they have, just because they're such a good team. But yeah, we're picking Maldini. He's going to be sitting in on that right wing position. Going in at Cam, again, probably not a surprise to anyone watching, but we're going for Odin Thiago Home. He's made 136 appearances for the club. What a player. What can you say about him? He scored 26 goals for us as well. Joined us pretty much as we went to Serie C, came in on loan from Inter Milan, and I mean, one of the most consistent performers we've had in the club. Never made it double figures for assists or goals, but has always just been there. Really, really good link-up play, whatever Cam we've put next to him, or wherever we've played him, and he's just been a fantastic performer for us. And a huge fan of what he's done for the club. So yeah, Odin Thiago Home going in that Cam position. What a player. Now, if you didn't see this one come in, I don't know what you were expecting, but in at left wing, we're going for Matteo Della Morte. Much like Rizzo, been with us since the start. Apparently he's been at the club since 2015, which is just incredible that he's been on this journey with them. Started off with them in Serie B, went down to Serie C with them. Obviously, we've had him since then. And again, considering that he's maybe not the best player that we've had in the last few years, he's put in some fantastic performances. You can see in his latest season in Serie C, yes, he only made 18 appearances, but a 7.23 rating is really good from someone that a couple of times during the save has come to us and said, I want to leave because I don't think I'm up to this level, or I don't think I'm good enough to be here, or, I want a new challenge. And we said, no, we want you to stick around. And I want him there purely because we'd had him since the start. And if we lost Rizzo, I couldn't lose Della Morte as well. So there's a big reason why he's made it as part of the team. I say, wonderful player. Really, really happy with what he's done for the club. And yeah, Della Morte, what a servant. I really hope that he sticks with the club in real life as well. So same with Rizzo, actually. I hope they both stay with the club and try and help them press on. But yeah, Della Morte, what else can you say? What a player. Now, this should come as no surprise, but we're going for one of my favourite players of the save, Noah Jean Home. Fantastic striker, unbelievable performer. Yeah, loads of love for this guy. I mean, we signed him halfway through our first season in Serie A, joined us in the January transfer there, almost made double figures in his first half season for us. And then, yeah, just super consistent performer for us, like always, banging in. I mean, the smallest amount of goals he got in a full season was 19. And that season there, this last season that we did, obviously, he wanted to leave. Real Madrid put in an offer. It was impossible to refuse it, purely because he wanted to go. But yeah, Really, really great player. And it's maybe unfortunate that someone like Jean-Mario Comey didn't fit into that place because he was great for us in our first 2 seasons. Let's just have a quick look at Comey. Now, frustratingly, Jean-Mario Comey has actually retired in the game, but I think we can still look at his history. No, we can't. So we can see here, it's hard to tell kind of what he achieved with us or how many games he played with us. But he was with Pro Vercelli for a long time, 10 years by the looks of things here. Overall performances for the club, 217 and 89 goals for them. Really, really solid player for it. And he was the reason, that we did so well in Serie C. But obviously, Noah Jean Home was just one of those players that's just been absolutely incredible. Again, maybe a little bit unfair on Comey not for him to make the team, but that's the starting 11 that we're going with. And there we are. That is our dream best 11 that we've had this save. Just to go over it one more time, Matteo Rizzo in goal, Julian Ryerson at right back, Alberto Massi and Billy Cometio making up centre backs, with Rico Henry in at left back, Amadou Diambo and Martin Palumbo making up our defensive midfielders, with Daniel Maldini, Odin Thiago Home and Della Morte making up our attacking line, and finally Noah Jean Home as the striker. Hopefully you agree with my selections. If there's anybody else that you think should have made the team, please put it down in the comments below. But in my opinion, that's the best team that we've had. There we go though, that's our best team. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, make sure you give the video a like. And if you want to click subscribe, then you can check out our next video where we're going to simulate 5 and 10 years into the future to see how Pro Vercelli get on without me at the helm. Look after yourselves though. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, Bella.